Hi everybody, so this will be our last video from Parasite, and I would say the most important one, because we will be talking about irony. Remember, irony is your best friend in your screenwriting process. You can use it in your logline, for your characters, for the scenes, almost anywhere in your screenplay. And I'm sure we will talk a lot about irony in our next videos, because all the best films are permeated with irony. In screenplays, two types of ironies are mostly used: dramatic irony and situational irony. In this video, we will talk about dramatic irony. In the simplest of terms, dramatic irony exists when the audience knows a key piece of information that the main characters do not know. Or in other words, the audience is aware of what's going on in a certain situation, while the characters are unaware of what is happening. If you create a smart dramatic irony situation, you will automatically build tension, create suspense, and even comedy in your screenplay. So use this device as much as you can, because it will take your writing to the next level. Now let's take a look at 3 examples of dramatic irony in Parasite. First, the Kim's credentials and infiltration into Park's family.
구라를 좀 치지 뭐.
The Kim's entire path to employment in the Park's house is based on deception. Each of them pretends to be highly qualified for the position in question and do not disclose their relation to one another. Therefore, their employment in the house creates a heightened instance of dramatic irony, in which we know something the Parks do not. Second, the housekeeper and the driver's dismissals.
시카 아직 어려서 뭘 몰라 선생. 사람 많이 안 겪어봐서.
The Kims manipulate the Parks into firing both the housekeeper and the driver, so that Ki-taek and Chang-suk can take over their positions. In this situation, the viewer knows that the Kims are fabricating the rationales for the firings, but the Parks do not. Additionally, neither the housekeeper nor the driver know why they are getting fired, but the viewer does. Third, the Kims are inside the house.
그럼 지금 거진 다 오신 건가요?
8분 후 도착으로 나오네 내비에는.
When the Parks return home unexpectedly from their camping trip, they have no idea about the violence or the decadence that has taken place in their home. As far as they know, Chang-suk has been quietly tending the home while they were away. The viewer knows that it was quite the contrary, however, and that not only are the housekeeper and her husband trapped in the underground bunker, about which the Parks also know nothing about, but the Kims are still there as well, hiding in various locations, waiting for the Parks to go to bed. Then Mr. and Mrs. Park go sleep on the couch, and Mr. Park is talking about how Mr. Kim smells. He is unaware, of course, that Mr. Kim is hearing him saying that, while the Kims are hiding under the table. But we, the audience, are aware of all that information. This is dramatic irony at its best. So with dramatic irony, we are ending the Parasite series on this channel. But we made another video about situational irony, which is available on our Patreon page. On our Patreon page, you will also find 8 extra tips from Pulp Fiction and 4 extra tips from Goodfellas that we don't share anywhere else. The link to our Patreon page is in the description below. Let us know in the comments which tip from Parasite was your favorite and from which films you would like to learn screenwriting tips in our future videos. Keep writing and see you in the next video.